Oh, I just received some messages of encouragement from my friends. So thanks, Susie Cakes and Coley. That's really sweet of you. Anyway, hi, I'm Heather Dixon. I am the person behind Army of Knitters. So I'm a knitwear designer primarily, and I also teach knitting and crochet and pattern cutting. I live in southern eastern New Hampshire, USA, in what I fondly call Shack in the Woods. It's a very small and old and rickety shack, literally in the woods. I live on about 200 acres of old tree farm with my dog, who's curled up where he usually is, with my little nighty case all curled up. Anyway, so I'm going to tell you about what I've been doing lately, current projects and things happening like that. First things first, I have a KAL going on at the moment. KAL is a knit along, and it's for the Miryoku shawl, which I'm wearing. Da, 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 and I wear this a lot. I wear this all the time. I'm not too fond of having stuff up close around my neck, and I'm definitely not a shawl person. I'm not a shawl person at all. I'm not a knitted shawl person. I'm a scarf person. Yeah, I like scarves. But this one's little and it's sort of bandana-y. So there you go. And you can throw it on. I've slept in this thing. I've worn it all the time. I'm actually recovering from a cold, so I'm a bit at the moment. So sorry about that. So yeah, so I have a KAL going on for the Miryoku shawl. It's I'm partnering with Fabulous Yarn in Tivoli, fabulousyarn.com with this, and Zen Yarn Garden up in Canada. So we are knitting this. I'm looking at myself in the on my screen, and things are going the wrong way. So I've got to get used to that. Also, I shouldn't really be looking at myself. Anyway, this is a really good fun knit. I am, where is it? Here it is. This is about the 8th one I've knitted. This is the very first, no, this is the second one. And I've knitted one for my sister, several for me, for other people, for shop samples. So I think this is the 8th one I'm knitting. Also in Zen Yarn Garden glitter sock, it might be. So I'm racing away with mine. La la la. I'm about to start the third lace section. So that's where I am at the moment, and I'm doing option B. So I'm really enjoying this. I love the sparkle. I think you can catch the sparkle there in the camera. Yeah. So I'm really enjoying that. So if you want to join in this KAL, because it's only just started, I will put the links for that down below. So I know there's a thing called show notes, so I have to do show notes. Anyway, so I'm really enjoying knitting that. It's on US 5 needles. I'm knitting on an Addy lace needle for this. You don't need a lace needle. You also don't really need a circular needle if you prefer straight needles, but I like a circular needle. I knit almost everything on circular needles. So that's the Miryoku shawl. Sparkly, sparkly. Okay, so that's that. I can put that on there. I've talked about that pile. My gosh, I've got so many things. Next thing I'm knitting is a new design, and look at this beautiful yarn. I love the way it's striping. This is a top-down cardigan with increases in the round, and it's garter stitch, so just really, really quick to knit. It's on a small needle. This again is sock yarn, full of dog hair. Everything that I knit, everything that I wear, covered in dog hair. It's part of my life now. I think this is on a US 4. So So again, small needles, sock yarn, but it's knitting up really quickly. And this is Uth Yarn. It's URTH. And goodness. I think it's monochrome. Of course, I don't have the label. I'll put it in the show notes. How about that? Anyway, so this is a new design. It's a little cardigan. I'm gonna be knitting a few little cardigans for spring summer, because I love cardigans. I love cardigans, throwing them on. I love pullovers as well, but I have to say I'm a cardigan person. I'm a cardigan person, not a shawl person. I'm wearing a shawl. I'm a cardigan person. I'm not wearing a cardigan, but knitting a cardigan. So this is going along beautifully. I will be able to tell you more about this in future vlogs, hopefully, and Instagram, Facebook, blah, 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 everything. Also in Uth Yarns, they have this yarn called Uneek Chunky, and I received this skein, and I've made this stripy diagonal hat, and I've used the full skein. Actually, what is left over of this is that. So I used the whole skein. What was left over when I finished knitting, I made into this floppy pom-pom. So this is very me. This is very bright. I haven't sewn in the ends yet. I like the way that it spirals round. I still can't get used to it. It's really hard to do. It's like so that's a new design, new wintry design. Hooray! On fat needles. Or like 15s or 17s US. I might even be able to read it on the cable here. It's a US 15, which is 10mm. So that again is from Uth Yarn, and the wonderful thing about Uth Yarn, apart from them being lovely people, is they plant a tree for every skein that is sold. They plant a tree, which is fantastic because we need more trees. As human beings, we've done horrible things to this earth. One of them is cutting down trees for grazing, for building houses. We need more trees. We definitely need more trees. So thank you, Earth, for doing that for us. I've always got socks on the go, and I knit, I have a pattern called 2 at a time toe-up socks on one needle. And I have a pair here for my sister. Hi Liz. I was making these when we were on holiday together in Costa Rica, and I have finished them, and I have got to send them. Her birthday was last month. It was a big birthday. I won't tell everybody how old you are, Liz, but it's a big birthday, and I have a pair of socks for you. So they're going to be flying across the Atlantic Ocean to Little England soon. So 2 at a time toe-up socks on one needle. I teach this class. I knit from my own pattern all the time. You don't get that single sock syndrome, and it's fun. It's fun, and I have video techniques on how to do it. Here's a patchwork pair that I'm knitting for a special someone in my life. Goodness knows when they'll get finished. So you always have sock yarn left over, so I'm always knitting socks. Here's a stripy pair. Those will be gifted to somebody. I am teaching a class on brioche. So I have some teeny tiny brioche swatches. Brioche is really fun. It's really, really fun. So I'm teaching a class on how to knit brioche. So shout out to Pintuck Purl in Northampton. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. I also I've been teaching a class in the Treelight cardigan. Gosh, this pattern was in Making Magazine #6, the black and white one. Gosh, designer's name Jennifer something. Sorry, I'll put it in the show notes. So what I did was I knit an extra long version of the pullover, added pockets, and worked in extra stitches at the center front, and we are steeking. A couple of my students actually cut their sweaters a couple of weeks ago. Very exciting, so that was fun to do. Did I say add pockets? Yeah, added pockets, made it longer, made it into a cardigan, and so this is one that I had planned to wear all winter, but with a zip. Wanted to put a zip in it, but I bought a zip online and it's pink and it doesn't match at all. So I have to find a zip to match this red color. So it's still not finished, and still not steeked. So I have that to do. Oh, just dropped the zip on the floor. While doing the class, I was knitting one for myself. So here's this one, and I've had to stop here because I've run out of this blue color. So I need to get more of this blue color. And then I can finish that. Also with pockets, but I'll probably put buttons on that one. Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm racing through this. I also crochet. I've got a little hat going on here. There's my guard dog in action in the background. Thanks, Jakey. Keeping me safe. I'm doing a spiral hat. So that is and almost done. Stash yarn. It looks funny because of my hair. I look like I've got little ears. So I'm going to tweak this and then probably have a class going for this. I teach crochet. I teach beginner crochet, and then moving forward from that, granny squares, because I love granny squares, and then I'll probably have this on the class schedule, and then this doesn't look like a top at the moment, but this is the Water Clover top from Pom Pom magazine, Pom Pom Quarterly, and this is number 28, the botanical issue. Here we go. And I actually the pattern didn't have a chart, so I found a chart, somebody else's pattern, for this stitch, this flowery stitch, and so I'm using that. I'm not going off the written instructions. It's just far easier to work off a chart, and once you get into the swing of it, ooh, drop the yarn. Once you get into the swing of it, it's an fairly easy pattern to remember. The pattern isn't in stripes, and it isn't in this yarn. I think this is thicker. This is Rowan Creative Linen, which I have a few colours for, but you know, only one skein of each. So I'm just working it up in this first, and then I may go with the yarn that it's actually written for, which they do have at Pintuck Purl. So yeah, I'll probably do that. So I've got a number of different colours of this, so maybe next, oh, it's getting tangly, maybe next I'll go with a yellow. I don't know, in my stripe pattern. I've got a few different colours, so we'll see about that. I better pick up the yarn that's fallen on the floor. Dog hair city. Excuse me. Just have to have a little sip of tea. Oh, heaven. Oh, talking of tea, I'm a big tea drinker. I'm English, if you didn't know. We drink a lot of tea. That's good. If you're interested, actually, apart from like throwing stuff around where I'm sitting, I didn't prepare an awful lot for this video, but this is what I'm drinking at the moment. This is one of my favorite teas. So Stash Double Bergamot. I love Earl Grey, and this is just like Earl Grey, like Earl Grey plus some, which is really nice to drink over the winter with that little extra citrus hit. My other favorite tea at the moment, since I have this in the afternoons, Numi. So that's turmeric 3 roots with ginger, licorice, and rose. This is really nice. Sometimes I have this with a nut milk to make it a bit creamier, and sometimes a splash of honey. If I don't eat animal products, but I do have honey in my tea occasionally. So this is really nice with some nut milk and some honey. Throwing the tea around. And speaking of not eating animal products, my sister sent me this book for Christmas because I love to cook. So shout out to the boys of BOSH. If you like vegan food or vegetarian food, or even if you just enjoy cooking, this is actually really good. I've made a few things out of here already. Oh, I made that curry crusted sweet potatoes. I made that the other night, and it was really delicious, but my curry paste that you're supposed to put out on the outside of the sweet potato and then bake, when I got it out of the oven, it smelled amazing and it looked great, and then as soon as I put it on the plate, the crust just fell off, but it was still yummy. What else did I make? I made some really great tofu, and that sounds like an oxymoron because tofu is just blah. Oh, I made this creamy mac and greens. That was good. Yum 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 yum. Yeah, that was really good. I'll make that again. Oh, this crispy chili tofu. That was really, really delicious. It took some time to prepare the tofu, but oh my goodness, really good. So thank you, Julie, for the BOSH book. I'm getting good use out of that. Fantastic, delicious stuff. And talking of delicious stuff, ramble. Another sip of tea. I also bake my own bread, which is something I've wanted to do for years. Oh, Jakey, trying to walk through all the stuff that I've been throwing on the floor. Oh, did I just throw the book on the space where you were sitting? I'm sorry, let me move that book. Let me move that book and that tea, and then you can get up there again. Ping! I think somebody's just sent me a message. So yeah, I bake bread, and this book, so thank you, Doreen, for recommending this book. If you like sourdough, if you like baking bread, this is fantastic. I have made now 34 loaves since getting this book, and it's really great. Wonderful photographs and very clear instructions. Oopsie, that's my bookmarker falling out with my timings. I'm excited to try the baguettes on the back and croissant, and anyway, this is just the best bread. I tried other recipes from other books and websites, but this is by far the best. So if you like sourdough, if you like baking, if you don't mind taking 3 days to bake 2 loaves of bread, which is what I do, I recommend that. Yummy, yummy, yummy. It's really hard when the bread comes out of the oven. It's really hard not to eat the whole loaf. But I have to say, like 15 minutes after it has come out of the oven, half the loaf is gone, and I'm wearing it. Okay, next thing. So next up. Crochet. Oh, talking of crochet, I made myself a little, oh, not that little, basket. Look at that. It's just a, oopsie, spiral. Oh, actually, shout out to my friend Cal, who designed, I think it's called the sit-upon pad, and I think that was in making magazine as well. It could have been in the same issue. It could have been in the same issue as the Treelight pullover. Anyway, the sit-upon pad, which I thought was a great idea. I used that pattern for the base and then just worked up from there and then just put it in a couple of handles. And this was in craft cotton. Upside down. This is 4mm times 100 meters of rope natural colour beige. Oh, there we go. There's the label. Oh, it's macrame cord, and I'm going to be doing some macrame. I'm excited about macrame. I'm going to get some sticks from the woods and do macrame. So yeah, I have another one in the works. That might be that. I might do that as a shallow one, and I'm also thinking of doing these, making little ones for plant pots, couple plant pots with. So that's fun. And then at the top of this is just some bits of knit collage yarn, so just to jazz up the top. So shout out to Amy and knit collage. Oh dear. Okay. Oh my goodness. Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? Is that all? Oh. Bullet journal. Another thing that I've just got into. When did I start? Oh, I started in January. I started on the 5th of January. So I can't believe I am still bullet journaling. And I've been doing things like, quick flash. I've been charting how much water I'm drinking because I need to drink a lot of water. And I have, I do page of projects. So here are my projects from January. So there's the Treelight cardigan, which still isn't finished. Made some hats, made a cowl. Oh look, there's my little crochet bag and cardigan for the man. Jakey didn't get anything. So yeah, and then I've journaled. Oh my goodness. I wonder if it's a bobcat. He goes crazy like that when there's a bobcat. So yeah, I bullet journal. And I never thought I would do that. So now I'm bullet journaling. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to find out if there's a bobcat around here. Because Jakey's getting quite concerned about that clicking around. Okay, my goodness. I think that's it. So I'll try and make this a regular thing, regular-ish, maybe 2 weeks, month-ish, maybe. And let you know what's going on. I will put links. Yeah, I know what down is. I know what down and up is. But it's just left and right. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for putting up with me. Please click like, all that kind of thing. Links below. Blah 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 blah. Happy Friday. Bye everyone. See you next time.